on. What's up, everyone? Today's video is part of the supplement series, and I'm starting it with the most important supplement that is probably also the most overlooked. What do we think that is? It's your basic multivitamin. Most people, they're so quick to get protein and glutamine and all these other supplements, and they forget about their foundation. Okay, a multivitamin is super, super important for that reason. It lays the foundation for everything else. So you can take all the supplements you want, but without a multivitamin, they're not going to work as effectively as they should. So why do we need a multivitamin? I'm going to give it to you as simply as I can. Some of you know I used to be a biology teacher, anatomy and physiology teacher, so I can give you some real science here, but I'm just going to give it to you very basic. At the very basic level of our bodies, our cells, our little itty bitty cells, are doing all the work. Okay? So on that cellular level, there are constant chemical reactions that are happening that keep us alive. They are what keep our bodies moving, working, and functioning most efficiently. Every single one of these chemical reactions requires vitamins and minerals to carry them out. Now, looking at our current diets, we do not get all of the vitamins and minerals that we need through the food that we eat. Even if you're eating healthy, if you're a clean eater, if you watch what you're eating, chances are there's still going to be gaps in your diet just because of the quality of the food. Now, the quality of our food currently is not what it used to be. So multivitamins are even more important now than they ever were. So that's the basic reason why you need them, to keep your cells functioning at their very best. And then our cells keep everything else working at their very best. So are all vitamins made the same? So here I am telling you, okay, you need a multivitamin, go get one. My suggestion is not to run out to your local CVS and just grab whatever's on sale. I will tell you this, vitamins are not all made the same, not by any means. First of all, there are different vitamins depending on male or female, okay? Newsflash, males and females are different. So we do require certain things that are different. At the basis, we all require the same things: vitamin A, B, C, D, E, K, zinc, and then a whole slew of minerals. Those are the most important. But then there are other things, depending on our gender, depending on our age, depending on our lifestyle. A very active person is going to need a little bit more of certain vitamins and minerals than someone who is not as active. So that's something else to consider when purchasing your vitamins. So, what should you look for? First of all, you should look for plant-based vitamins and minerals. They are going to be they're called phytonutrients. Whenever you see phyto, it means having to do with plants. So phytonutrients they come from plants, and they are going to give you the best quality vitamins and minerals. Again, at the very basic level, energy comes from the sun, goes right to the plants. So the least is lost within plants. But then once things are synthetically made, first of all, we all know that they're not going to be as high in quality as something that's natural. So plant-based phytonutrients are always best, and you should always make sure that your multivitamin has plant-based phytonutrients in there. You should also check to make sure the amounts of your vitamins and minerals are, at the very least, meeting the RDA requirements, what the organizations say that we need. You could also consult with your doctor to see if the vitamin that you're taking is enough of what you need, because, and I will say this, if you do have any health issues, health concerns, if you're on any medications or anything like that, you absolutely 100% should check with your doctor before you start taking a multivitamin to make sure that the amounts are right, and you won't have any issues if you're on any medications or anything. And I will also say this about multivitamins. Pills, which most of us take, versus a liquid or a gel, huge, huge difference. So when we take a pill vitamin, our body absorbs anywhere from 3 to 20% of the actual vitamins and minerals that are in there. 3 to 20. That's it. So that means everything else that's coming in, your body's not absorbing, and you're just getting rid of it. Because one of the reasons is when we take a pill, it has to pass through our digestive tract. So a lot of it will get destroyed on the way there. Whereas a liquid or a gel, your body will absorb anywhere from 95 to 98% of what you're actually consuming. Much better, right? One of the reasons there is because a liquid or a gel goes directly into your bloodstream. It does not have to pass your digestive system, so your body absorbs the majority of it, and you're not just peeing it all out. How many of you have taken a multivitamin and then you go to the bathroom and you're like, whoa, that's bright? It's because you're peeing out the majority of what you're taking in. Your body didn't even absorb it. So it's a waste of money. It's a waste of taking a pill. My suggestion, go for a liquid or a gel multivitamin, because your body's going to absorb it better and you'll actually feel the results. And then, lastly, I'm going to say this. You should also check. There are certain things that should not be in your multivitamin. So just like the foods that we consume, these supplements that we consume, they can be highly processed and garbage, or they can be made really well from high quality ingredients. Okay? Which one are you going to want? Okay? You're going to want, if you're out there spending all this money on organic food and taking care and watching what you eat, and then going to CVS, I'm not knocking CVS, I get the majority, I spend a lot of money in CVS, but when it comes to my multivitamins, I will not get store brand, Nature Made, some of those brands, the cheaper brands, they just don't put the money into the ingredients. They use very low grade ingredients, so you won't actually feel any different. But some of the things you should absolutely be checking to make sure that they're not in there. Artificial colors. And check this, sorry, don't mean to point, but your kids' vitamins. A lot of times, kids' vitamins will have artificial colors or flavors. Obviously, we want our kids to take the vitamins. So some companies put in artificial colors and vitamins. What's the point of giving them vitamins if we're giving them processed chemicals to go along with it? Kind of washes the other out. So check for artificial colors. Check for hydrogenated oils. Okay? These are things that we try to avoid. A lot of us have stopped eating margarine and things like that because of hydrogenated oils. But now we're going to consume it in our multivitamin. Okay? Lead, mercury, PCBs. These are things that can be found in lower grade multivitamins. Okay? Now we know some people stop eating or eat less fish because of mercury. We all know we should not be consuming lead, but some of these heavy metals make their way into our multivitamins because they're cheap, they act as fillers, and they're used to actually make usually the pills. And talc can sometimes be found in our multivitamins, which also is no good for our cells. So those are some of the